Hi, we're Phil and Marianne. We commissioned a narrowboat build in December 2022. We now have the keys and we have set sail. We are now cruising the English Canal network, exploring. Come along with us and enjoy the travels together. Hi, we start our journey today at Hillmorton Top Lock and we travel all the way to the outskirts of Rugby. I hope you enjoy this little cruise with us. Now for another episode of Badger's Boat Talks. This week he talks about our hybrid engine system. Let's see what Phil has to say.
Afternoon. We've been asked a couple of times what it's like to live with a hybrid boat, so the best thing to do is simply show you. As you can see, it all looks to be very standard Morse control, still gives you forward and back, We'll try that live in a minute. We have a clutch system down here which disengages the prop if we want to use it as a generator. Again, we'll fire it up and show you it working. And the only other thing that we have is a little control panel over here, and that just tells you the state of the system at the moment it's turned off. If we want to turn it on, you simply hold and press the button. You can hear the system click in, and again back to the Morse control, and simply there you go, forward drive, exactly the same in reverse. What we also have is a little gadget. It's a toy remote control. So if we come over to the panel again, press another button for remote, we should have forward and reverse. So if you ever need to step off the boat and you're in a lock, you can control the boat forward and reverse on the little gadget. So turn the system off again. Right, it's time to have a look at the engine. So let's get rid of the deck boards. Now here you can see the engine bay, all nice and shiny. Engine back to the weed hatch. So you can't see much from here, so I'm going to climb down inside and have a look. As you can see, plenty of room in the engine bay. And while I'm down here, I'll do the engine checks because we're going to be firing up the engine later. As you see, it's a standard Beta 43 engine. From there forwards, check the oil. Good. So, as far as I know, it's a standard Beta 43. It's oil's okay, coolants are okay. I know the belts are good because I checked them a couple of days ago. Okay, so that's good to go. As you see, we have engine starter battery, battery isolation switches, wiring to one of the alternators, again with the isolation switches and the fusing. I think there's 3 alternators on the back of this engine. One down there, 2, and I believe there's another one buried right in the back there. Got Webasto central heating system on the side, expansion tank for the hot water. This is a cooling fan. When the engine runs, to keep the engine bay cool, it's vented to the outside. You can see the calorifier tucked away in the back there. Now this one is the expansion vessel for the electric motor. There's the electric motor has a separate skin tank, which you can just about see down there. It's a separate skin tank purely to cool the electric motor. So as I say, you have all the diesel shutoff valves over there, fuel filters, you have the sender unit for the tank gauges, obviously the weed hatch. Now that is linked to a water lubricated steering gland so that we don't have to get down and pump grease into it, and hiding away in the corner, hospital silencer. A little sump pump tucked away down there. So what we have here is the business end of the electric drive. It's a water cooled 3-phase 10 kilowatt motor. Very smooth. it's connected to a clutch that will disengage the drive and back in again. So when you run it in generator mode, you simply open the clutch, run the engine, turn the electric on, and away you go. We'll show you that in a minute. Again, as far as I can see, standard Beta 43 engine. Right, let's run the electric drive up. So again, we enable the drive, we hear it click in, and all we need to do is lift that one up, push it gently forward. And you see you get quite fine control. And again, if you back to the middle and into reverse. That's it. And that's as complicated as it gets. So say we've already done our engine checks. So what we can do is we can fire up the diesel and then we can show you how we turn this into a generator. Okay, so we've done our engine checks. We've shown you around the engine bay. There's one last thing to do, is to show you how we turn the engine into a generator. So we'll just start the engine. Now again, turn it into a generator, you disengage the prop shaft by lifting the clutch. Come up to the control panel, you turn the electric drive on, and then you bring the revs up to about 1200 RPM. As you can see, the current on the panel is rising. You can see the state of the battery, so we're not bad. I'll take a picture inside as well. As you see, we have the servo display inside. You see the figures at the moment. We're reading 5 kilowatt coming from the engine, 500 watts from solar panels, which gives us a reading of 5.5 kilowatt being generated by the solar and the engine combined. State of the batteries, 87%. The boat is currently drawing 115 watts, which is actually quite high. It would normally run about 50 or 60. So there we are. That will run about 5.1, 5.2 until the batteries get to 95%. This will then drop down to about 3 kilowatt until it gets to about 97%, and then that will cut out completely. Charging. So when you finish charging, very simple. I mean, the alternator will cut out anyway, but when you've finished, it's a case of return it back to neutral. And lastly, don't forget to put your boat back into drive. There's a little button on the end which nudges the clutch plate round so it will line up, and then you're back in drive, you're in neutral. Turn the hybrid system off and we're done. So thanks for watching, hope it made sense. Obviously any questions, happy to answer them. See you next time.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Badger's Boat Talks this week, where Phil talked you through our hybrid engine system. Now we're going to carry on cruising on our little journey to Rugby. As you can see, we stopped at the bottom of Hillmorton locks, where we emptied the Elsan and we topped up the water tank with some fresh water. We then continued on our journey towards the outskirts of Rugby, where we did find a nice little peaceful mooring for the night before we continued the next day on our journey, whilst we're still enjoying this beautiful October weather. Come along with us. Cute little red boat. Looks new.
Does look newish.
Oh, I'm going to be doing my boat spotting numbers again.
Right. What numbers are we up to now?
5-3. Oh, not. Oh, that's a funny number. M. 6353. I wonder what that means. Oh, 515048. So it's a few years old.
There's a few people have these aerial mounts.
Yeah.
I'm going to make any comment?
Kent Road.
Huh?
Kent Road.
Bridge number?
69. Any way up?
Yeah, meal for two.
Now entering the outskirts of Rugby. So on our approach onto the outskirts of Rugby, we finally that's not right, we actually see a kingfisher, and I've managed to capture it. Hopefully you'll get to see it in the video. We had a really pleasant cruise today. Hope you enjoyed it with us, and we soon get all settled in for our spot for the night.
There's a track. Go through there for the golf course.
Right, that's us all moored up. Phil's done his bit. You done your bit?
Done my bit.
Yeah. This will do us maybe for a couple of days. Next stop, we'll probably stop here at Rugby Services.
It'll be time for breakfast.
Will be time for breakfast, and then we will be going to Armada for some fuel. So we've been lucky. We've managed to dodge the showers, haven't we? Really. Midgie season. They were nice people. Going on beyond Hillmorton. Tiller away. Like this. Put it in an antique shop. Don't know what it was off of. A car, we think. And this one lives in the back of the door, like so. Right, let's get the canopy back up. Thanks for watching this week's video with us. Next week we travel from the outskirts of Rugby, do a quick pit stop in the centre by the services to go in and get some more provisions, and then we cruise on to Armada boats where we stop and get some diesel. Again, thanks for watching this week's video. If you could give us a like, subscribe and a thumbs up, and any comments, we love to hear from you. Bye for now, and we'll see you real soon.